Hello, my English-speaking friends and everybody who wants to join me on this journey of healing and stepping out, showing up to the world, showing up in the world by just being who I am with all my faults and mistakes and everything that happened. My name is Anja. Yeah, my friends know me, so I don't want to go a lot into the story. Many of you know that I have been diagnosed with MS 9 years ago, and yeah, it took me 9 years to accept that diagnosis, to stop being ashamed, to stop hiding from the world, and just to heal in a way. I'm not there yet, and this whole decision of me showing up and making 365 videos, I mean the whole year from Easter to Easter, is kind of a decision to a promise to myself that I'm going to own everything I have and am now, and to be proud of who I am, and also to show myself that I can be consistent and that I can be here. I can show up no matter if I have a bad day or a great one. So what I'm going to do is make a video in English. I decided to do these videos in Croatian because it's my tongue. I wouldn't say mother tongue because it was Hungarian. My mom was Hungarian, but I was born and live in Croatia now. So it's easier for me, and these videos are for me, you know, it's my way of healing. And I recorded 7 videos. I started last Saturday. This is my eighth video this week, and it's already been an incredible healing experience. And thank you all who commented and who encouraged me and told me, yeah, some of you didn't understand. That's why I decided to do these videos on Saturday. Excuse my English. I try. So I did a recap of all of my videos I did this week, so I can run through them. Anyway, I want to read what I decided. I embarked on a personal healing journey because I was hiding from the world for too long, and I decided to conquer my biggest fear and show up just like I am. I have been doing it for 7 days already, and it's been incredibly healing and amazing. So please click subscribe if you find any value in it. If not, it's totally okay. So this is the recap of my weekend vlogs. The first vlog was named "Fear is the Monster Under My Bed, Not Real," and also my companion in life. The fear shows me that sometimes the fear is totally irrational and stupid, and it's like you've heard of that expression, monkey mind. So the mind, what it does, it always calculates the percent of how much you are in danger, and it feeds you with constant like it's warning you, run away, this is not good. And sometimes it's really, most of the times it's unreal, and it just has to work. So feed him with something he can, it can chew on. I deal with it by reminding me that, yeah, I'm just being with it. Okay, I'm afraid, so what? Is this real? I remind myself, is it true what I'm thinking? I'm trying to be an observer of my thoughts, and you know, sometimes I just go, okay, so let's see what you got. Is this all? Come on, you can do better. And also I remind myself that it might be that I'm doing something completely new, and that it might be excitement just because I never did it, and I'm excited because there might be a possibility I'm really gonna love it, this new thing I'm doing, and it's gonna bring me something amazing. So without fear, you can't be brave. It means you are afraid, but you're still doing it. That's brave. So my next blog was Who is Behind the Wheel? I was talking about my emotional and sensory span. Some people have a span of emotions like this. For example, my dad is never too happy and never too sad. But I, on the other hand, if I'm happy, I'm so happy. But if I'm sad, I'm the darkest person who exists. And I kind of accepted myself like that. It's my span, and it's okay. It's kind of a power. I can feel a lot. I can use, you know, the arsenal of tools I learned, and just, you know, just be okay with everything I feel. The immense happiness or the hardcore sadness. My personality is like, I'm very happy, I love to joke, I'm always making fun of myself, and mostly of all the situations I get in. And one psychotherapist, I was actually in a school for I was going to become a psychotherapist, and I learned from a professor. He said, Anja, it doesn't matter that you are joking all the time. It's actually amazing. It's your resource. That's your strength point. Thanks to that you can make fun of every situation, whether it's funny or not. It's your power. Own it. And that is your resource that helps you get through things and challenges in life. So don't be hard on yourself when you do it. You know, many professors and authorities in my life were really angry because of it and thought I was rude or disrespectful, but I wasn't doing it for to be disrespectful or to hurt anyone. I was just, you know, entertaining myself, and yeah, I learned to own that. It took me 9 years to fix the hurt and grief about the loss of many things. It all started, of course, with a huge emotional stress and pain in my life. When I you know, got through a difficult divorce and a child custody battle, I lost the love of my life, and I didn't even have the time to go through grieving. I immediately had to fight for my child. I mean, we were, you know, fighting the who will get the kid, who will get the custody. So I didn't grieve. I didn't take the time to be sad. I immediately went to anger and frustration, and it took me a lot of years and 6 years of psychotherapy and school and different kind of modalities to, you know, come to peace with it. And yeah, for some people it takes less time, but I was, as I told you before, very, very sad and disappointed, and I turned it all to anger, so I needed time. Yeah, I was watching Seinfeld. I love him. Comedians in the car getting coffee, and I realized that it's similarity there, because the well-being and the state of an old-timer or a car depends on the mental health and the state of the driver, the guy who's driving it. Because if you're reckless, if you don't take care of it, and I mean my body being the vehicle and my personality, persona, soul, whatever you want to call it, is the driver. So the well-being of the body depends on the psyche inside. So yeah, the third video was, I already had problems. It was called What If I Have a Bad Day? So I was very bad, in a sad state, because it was raining for the third day in a row. And of course I'm super sensitive to the climate, and you know, everything can make me, everything can infect my mood. So I was really feeling shitty, and I was like, oh my god, I have to make a video, but I don't feel like it. But then, you know, I promised myself, I made a decision, I wanted to be, you know, just I forgot the word now, but I was like, okay, sit down and make it. Just show up, show it to the people that you're not smiling all the time. And I did it, and I talked about some stuff I do when it happens, and count my blessings is the most important thing, because I really have a lot of things to be grateful for. Even my hair, it's great, and it's here, and it's easy to maintain, so I can be grateful for that. I can be grateful for my hands. I can be grateful for my eyes, my face, my nose, the fact I see, the fact there are a lot of beautiful things around me. So, and yeah, I have an arsenal of tools I learned from and used from different beautiful modalities I did. So I definitely use them all. And it's okay. It's okay to be sad sometimes. Just like it's not sunny every day. And it doesn't have to be. We need rain. And we need snow. And we need the wind. It's totally okay if you're not happy every day. The fourth video was called Advice That No One Asked For. And I was in a really good mood that day. Everything passed because the night before I discovered, I mean a few days ago, before that, I discovered a girl from the States called Courtney Runyon. Her name is Unicorn on Facebook. I will tag her address underneath. And she was, I was going through the videos she had on Facebook. She is an amazing woman. I mentioned that she's such an inspiration. She totally humbled me. I felt, oh my God, if she could do it, I could do it. And she inspired me so much. She just has a beautiful, beautiful way of coping with her illness. She has an autoimmune disease, but anyway, you can check out her page, CourtneyRunyon.com, and again, I will put a link on it beneath this video. So she has also, I joined her support group, Greater Inner Circle. You can find out everything about that in her.com. So I learned from her. She taught me that by sharing your story and by telling your story, you can heal during the process. Because, you know, when you pronounce your pain, when you write it down, it's like you detach from it. It's not being carried with you anymore. It's not weighing you down. And yeah, I was a blogger in Croatia. I still am, on my andramaric.com. And I did it for years. I did it for maybe 10 years. Yeah, sometimes with pauses, a few years of pause. But anyway, writing was for me always a way of, you know, dealing with it. Women know what I talk about, because, you know, when women talk about their problems to their friends, girlfriends, they are processing them and they are dealing with them. You know, men are a little different. They don't talk about it. They go into their caves and, you know, they take their time. But us women, or I don't know, it's not strict, you know, girls do this, boys do that. No, I'm not saying that. But for me, it was really helpful to write it down and to talk about it. And Courtney inspired me. She said, so she inspired me that, you know, I can tell my story and I can tell it like I want it to be told. And I can also, like she did to me, if I inspire one person, I give a meaning to what I'm going through. And also I heal in the process. So I said, okay, fuck it, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show up, do these videos, and conquer my biggest fear. And yeah, so I'm doing this thanks to you, Courtney. Yeah, in her group, she also taught me, she was talking about it. She has amazing videos. She's my mentor and huge teacher. So, so valuable. Her teachings are so valuable to me because she taught me, yeah, you know, you go around. I walk with a cane for years, and for years I've been joking that I look like a robot that, or a puppet who has a totally drunk puppet master, you know, because I couldn't control my movements. The majority of my inflammations on my nerves are on my cerebellum, on my center of balance. So I'm like walking like this. It looks pretty scary to people because I'm very tall, 5'90" something, 5'91" I think, or I don't know, 5'9". So I'm really far away from the ground, and I'm like, I was really thin, and I was walking on legs for years. I still am. I'm better now because I work out. I will tell you about the precious, you know, exercise. I will talk about that one day. But anyway, I was walking like a Bambi, like a newborn Bambi. I don't know if you ever saw that, or a newborn giraffe, you know. Really looks clumsy and, you know, just weird. So people, when they look at me like that, people know me in Croatia because I used to be a singer and a TV person and a blogger and a columnist. So when people see me, they just, they're in such a shock. It overwhelms them. It's so scary. They don't know what to say. So they have the need to advise me, to say something. Yeah, this happened to her because of the rock and roll life, or because she doesn't have Jesus, or because she deserved it some way. And Courtney taught me, I was really scared and not scared, I was really hurt and angry by those comments before, but Courtney cleared it out for me. She said they're just doing it because they can't cope, because it's too much for them to handle, to see a happy person, like a very positive, smiling person who really had a life change, and to explain to themselves, oh, this cannot happen to me. They go into judgment and to explanations and advice to you, just to detach from the possibility that that could ever happen to them. And yeah, it hurts, and yeah, it's a kind of a shaming. And yes, if you do that, and I did it to people, I sometimes do it, it's a human trait. And I know that, you know, you are not doing that to shame someone, but that's exactly what happens. It means to the person receiving the advice, the uncalled for advice, it's like, yeah, I'm not good enough, I do something wrong, or I am doing something wrong, or I don't do enough. I'm not being good enough. So please stop giving advice to people when they don't ask you for it, because first, no one can hear anything if they don't ask for it. So it's like going here in, here out. And do it just if the person says, please, what is your opinion? What should I do? So that's the sign for you to to tell them what you think. In the blog after it, I talked about perfectionism and how it doesn't exist, and how I was trying to find the perfect place to make my video, a perfect theme, but then, you know, this whole project of 365 days of videos every day, it's my way to show myself that I don't need to be perfect, and that it's impossible to be perfect. And plus, when I don't have time, when I was a blogger, I always had a deadline, like a week between my blogs, and I would drive myself crazy with thinking, oh my god, what's going to be my next theme? And then when I sat down to write it, it took me a long time, because I was editing and throwing things out and rewriting it. So yeah, with this vlogs every day, I'm trying to fight that. I'm trying to not be perfect. I mean, I'm succeeding in not being perfect, and don't giving a fuck if I'm not being perfect. So yeah, and also I mentioned Kintsugi, a beautiful Japanese art of mending broken ceramics. So the Japanese, it's a few centuries old, when the Japanese, Kintsugi is when their cup or plate or bowl breaks, they mend it with silver and gold alloy. How do you say that? Alloy? I don't know. It's just a material made with gold and silver, so you can see where the thing broke, and it's what it makes it more beautiful than it was. Because for me, the most beautiful people are the ones who are not ashamed of their you know, who just show up with their faults and their yeah, how do you say that? I'm sorry, this is hard for me speaking English for so much time and trying to be understandable. So anyway, the most beautiful people to me are the ones who are not ashamed of their faults. Yeah. So, and my sixth blog was, the hardest thing for me was trying to be someone I'm not anymore. I was trying so hard to live my life like it was before. I didn't want to I was constantly angry at myself. You know, I was trying to go out and go on different events and participate in the whole whole life, as if nothing happened. I was putting so much pressure on myself just by, you know, trying to not show anyone that, yeah, I changed, my life changed. I am not as strong as I was. My body is, you know, not as strong. I need help sometimes, and sometimes I just need to pause, and I didn't accept it. And that's what I struggled with the most the last years. Yeah, it took me a lot of time and years, but here I am now. Who cares? And the 7th vlog yesterday was called "You Are the Captain of Your Ship," meaning that you create your life, and if you say I can't do it, you're right. If you say yeah, fuck yes, I can do this, you are right. A nice meme showed up from Dr. Joe Dispenza the other day. He said, yeah, it basically comes down to two things. You're either a victim or a creator of your life. And it's totally okay, both things. I had an encounter with a girl that contacted me, and she said she really wants to talk to me. I said, okay, no problem, for 10 minutes we could talk. Tell me, what do you want? And she said that she's just too sad and she's crying all the time. Everybody wants to put her on medication because she's extremely depressed. She doesn't work, her boyfriend doesn't work, she has no money, she can't find a job, she's crying all the time, everything affects her, and she doesn't want to take medications because she just needs a talk. She needs to talk to someone. So I said, yeah, I can do that for you. I will be your therapist, so you can, I will give you a session of talk every week, but you have to do something. You have to show me you're consistent and you decide that you decided, let's do this. And so you're going to need to do a small homework every day for 6 days, and then on the 7th day we'll have a talk every week. It's very easy. It's going to be like, please describe 5 things you see that made you happy that day. And she said, oh my God, great, thank you so much. Yeah, let's do this. So the next day, I accidentally sent the message to my friend, and I got a message from her the next day. It's not from this girl I decided to work with, but from my friend. And she described 5 things that's so beautiful that I was like, I could totally see the scenes she saw. And I was like, oh my God, what's with this girl? I sent her this example and I said, look, this was accidentally sent to my friend. Look how she did it. This is the way I wanted you to describe this as anything you see in one sentence. Every thing, so 5 things in one sentence. And she said, Anja, I can't do it. Thank you so much, but I really can't. I'm too sad. I don't have any money. I can't help myself. I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me. I just can't help myself. And I thought, oh my God, why would I be mad at you? You have to forgive yourself, and it's your life. So I just wanted to, I realized, first, people don't want to change, and some people just want to talk about their problems, and it's totally okay. And it also can mean that they're at the moment they can change, at the moment they don't want to, at the moment they want to be with that stuff. I mean, grieving for everything you lost, going through it. It's a lot of toxic, I mean, I wouldn't say toxic, I would say, how do you say when you're, it's addictive emotions. Sadness and sadness is more addictive than heroin. I read it somewhere, and I was really addicted on the feelings of being unworthy and super sad and angry. And I did that for years. That's why I did psychotherapy for so long and enrolled in these schools and various teachings and modalities I did, because I wanted to get out. It's not easy. It's not fucking easy. The teachings of John Dispenza and his meditations, taught me the most, because I changed. You have to change something about yourself and about your life, so that your inner circumstances or your personality can change. And I started meditating every fucking day for 2 years, an hour, 3 times a day. And yes, by that I showed myself I have the power. I have the power. It didn't do such miraculous things for my body, but I know now why it didn't, because it was emotional problem. And when I sorted that out in the past year, and now I'm still doing it, my changes are immense, and they're like getting bigger and bigger every day. So I was telling you about this girl. So you are the captain of your ship. You are the one who's driving it. When the storm comes, you can go in a peaceful bay and wait for the storm to pass, and then you go on and sail. So it's not like, oh my God, so many storms on this sea, what am I doing here? No, it's about learning how to drive your ship and taking responsibility for it. So this is it. This is my 8th video. Thank you for being with me, and I wish you the best day. I wish you everything amazing. Thank you. See you tomorrow, or see you in 1 week. On Saturdays, my blogs will be in English. Bye bye.